How far can you get in Bloons Tower Defense 6? A long time ago, before the health and speed ramping mechanics were changed and the Vengeful got mega nerfed, you could go on and on until your mouse broke, but that's not how it works anymore. Now you really gotta max out a setup to get through the tough rounds past 400, and I have set out on a quest to get the highest round possible, doing many high round games, learning new things to improve my setup every time. And as time passes, new towers and Paragons gets added to the game, aiding us on the mission to reach the elusive round 500, where the HP ramping reaches its max levels. The gameplay you will be watching in this video is my latest and highest run in BTD6 so far. I will be discussing the strategy, some of the choices I made, but first let's cover some game stats and tell you what round I actually got to. So, in this game I got to round 477, without using any powers except for placing water pools to get the Buccaneer Paragon to a higher degree, and some tech bots. The game was played over the course of 5 days, and the total playtime was around 38 hours, and this is mostly due to the lag late game. At round 450 plus, the rounds could take 18 minutes each, getting 2 frames per second. The game was played on logs, with all the important monkey knowledge enabled, and the difficulty set to easy. So in the last game, we played with Geraldo as our hero, and maxed out all the 6 Paragons to degree 100 to see how far that could get us, along with all the other high DPS towers. In that game, we got to around 420, and then 425 using some power boosts. In this game, we're going to use Adora, as her blood sacrifice ability will boost our VTSG, all the sun temples and all the sun avatars, to get 100% extra attack speed and some extra range. This is going to be much better than getting the Paragons to degree 100, because the difference between degree 76 and 100 is about 16% extra damage for the Paragon attacks, and about 5 to 10% extra attack speed. So round numbers, let's say 20 to 25% extra DPS from the Paragons. Compare this to the blood sacrifice ability. When Adora is max buffed, not only will we have the ability at 100% uptime, we will also have every single applicable tower on the screen receiving the buff, as her range will cover the whole map. So all the sun-related towers will have 100% extra attack speed and more range all of the time. This is the reason why I chose to go for sun avatars instead of dark champions to fill out the remaining spaces after placing the sun temples, because they are a lot better than dark champions when going with Adora. All the boosted sun avatars and the mini sun avatars spawned by the temples will pair amazingly with our debuffs, such as the Super Brittle, Glue Storm and Cripple Moab. In this game, we of course got all the Paragons to degree 76, apart from the Apex Plasma Master, which of course got 79 due to the monkey knowledge. I also did the same thing as I did in my last game when it comes to ultra boosting. As soon as you got your farms going and you're working on your Paragons, start placing and ultra boosting some towers that will later be turned into some tier 5s and then moved to their final position. I did a much better job at this in this game than the last. Nearly every tower on the screen is ultra boosted to the max. Even a village got some boosts to cover some more towers. But not every tower is ultra boosted, which I think I can do, and I will aim for that in my next run. After filling the map with temples and Paragons, tier 5s, debuffs, sun avatars, etc., the remaining space can be used for something like 402 wizards or 024 snipers or overclocks with tech bots. In this game I used most of it to get a lot of overclocks with tech bots, to overclock every single temple and some sun avatars and a few other towers. Any tiny remaining spaces I used 024 snipers. As with every high round game you play, you learn something new to improve every time. Next time I'm gonna get even more towers ultra boosted, and I will change the positioning of a few towers, think about the targeting for some, and some towers I may reconsider having. Now let's talk some late game. When you get to the mid 400s, you want to start microing some abilities to get as far as possible. For example, the Buccaneer Paragon's hooking ability. If you have this on a tech bot, it will take out the first Moab in the round, which may not even be a bad. So you want to take care of this yourself to make sure you get 2 fortified bads every round. And of course the Grand Sabo, well, you want to make sure you do that yourself too, to time it better. And lastly, of course, Adora's Blood Sacrifice, which cannot be automated. This one is not as annoying as you might think to micro, because when you're getting 2 frames per second, everything goes in slow motion. So the ability actually lasts for about 12 minutes in real time. You can activate the ability before starting a round, and then rebuy that tower that you're going to sacrifice to prepare for the next sacrifice, and then you really only have to do it once mid-round. And you want to use a key binding to activate this ability. With the frame lag, if you click with your mouse on any ability, it will essentially click twice on the screen. Once choosing the ability and another one to sacrifice a tower, so you will end up sacrificing a temple or something else that's important, whatever is behind the ability icon. So make sure you use a key binding. Now let's take a quick look at what round 477 actually looks like in sandbox, so we can see the round clearly. At this round, Moabs have a 1050% speed boost. That means a bad clears the map in just 37 seconds, and a DDT clears it in less than 3. On top of that, there is a 43,650% health boost. So every single bad has 312 times as much HP as it does on round 100, when the HP boost is only 40%. And that's the non-fortified. Fortified means double the HP, so that's 624 times as much HP. Once you game over, all your ability cooldowns will be reset. And this is bad. This is worse than resetting to whatever cooldown you had at the start of the round, due to the fact that this screws with your ability timings that you had set up earlier in the game. Now, the Call to Arms and the Homeland Defense will activate at the same time, wasting one ability and causing downtime. If you sell, for example, your Call to Arms villages and rebuy them to try to get the timing right again, that could work, but then you lose whatever ultra boost you had on them to include more towers. And replacing it in a tight spot with 2 frames per second can also be tedious. When you eventually reach the end of your run, there is one trick you can do to squeeze out one more round of the game, but it will destroy your setup. I used this trick in this game and I'll explain it now. You replay the round you lost on, and as the bloons are nearing the exit, you sell one of your sun temples and you buy a 004 super monkey, and then you quickly sell your VTSG to allow you to upgrade the super monkey to a 005 Legend of the Night. Its passive black hole ability will then finish off the rest of the round. And that's it. You've gone as far as you can, restart and try again. I would like to thank everyone for the support on my last high round video. I do hope you enjoyed this one as well. Please do comment your thoughts on the video and make sure you subscribe for some more record-breaking BTD6 videos. And I will see you next time.